skating, shooting, trying to be creative. We'll see how it works.
John Tavares starts with Bobby McMahon and William Nylander on the wings. It'll be an open question who has that roster spot as well for Toronto, as there's been a revolving door on their left side as Brandon Carlo goes back to pick it up. Carlo fires that back in. Jake Sanderson back to pick it up. John Tavares back for Nylander. Nylander works in a backhand shot turned away by Levi Merolainen. And in comes Dylan Cousins. Swings that back to Artem Zub. And Zub slides it back. And Amara with a quick shot. Will be the save on that. Matthews pass deflects back. Zub a shot that pinballs around the foot. Cousins a shot that deflects wide off Michelli. Amara. Long wrist shot was blocked by Michelli. Goes back to Hamara. Gets a second try. Hill to be saved. Luke Haynes has that picked up, and in comes Shane Pinto. Moves in and shoots, and Hill to be the save on Pinto. Coming off his second 20-goal year last year. Shane Pinto in a contract year for Ottawa now. Back around, backhanded by Nick Cousins. Back for Pinto. Amara for Zoo. Deflects down to Hill to be makes the stop on that now. Down to Matthews, tries that wraparound try. And Ekman Larson feeds it back for Michelli. Back to Matthews, a shot that's knocked away by Merolainen. Matthews drops it back to Ekman Larson, back and put to Matthews, and the shot scores! Austin Matthews strikes 4.5 minutes in, and the Leafs have a 1-0 lead.
Season, but the Leafs are still happy to see him score. And what a give and go this is with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He rotates up. Dylan Cousins gets caught watching for a second. That opens up a seam to Austin Matthews. Matthews nice down in front, occupying bodies and space. Let Matthews go clean one-on-one, and he slips it past Merolainen.
To Joshua, he was knocked off stride. Now Robertson a shot. He whistled that wide. Carlo back to Riley, a long shot. Robertson couldn't reach that.
Wants to do tonight: play defense against good players and not give up opportunities.
Morgan Riley's long shot knocked down by Merolainen, bounces back, and a quick shot by Lawton turned away. Cousins suffered a knee injury last year in a game against Toronto. Just a month and a half. Cousins plays it back across. Sanderson is shot. Hillaby save. Rebound loose in front. Hillaby, great stop there on Amadio.
Here, this line of Austin Matthews getting a little tangled up on who's got who. You see everyone stuck in between, and that allows a rebound and pop out to Amadio's stick. Pinto battling in front. 2-on-1 in front of the net. You can't have that happen. Shoulder save, and then rebound right there for Amadio.
He's actually healthy, scratched him a lot down the stretch. Yakimchuk had it stripped away by Nyes. Michelli for Matthews, a shot. Save made by Merolainen. Matthews on the rebound, sends it back in. And Merolainen kicked that away. McCabe back around for Nyes. Witzel up for Zub. In with Boucher. That's picked up by Robertson. Here he comes. They're 3-on-2. Robertson winds in, chips it ahead for Joshua. Knocked away by Zub. Robertson another shot. He's had some flashes in the first two preseason games he's played.
Yeah.
Boucher that knocked away. Cowan plays it back, and a hard shot by Lorenz is steered away by Merolainen. One of those little noticed trades at the time. Ottawa moved defenseman Dylan Bello to Winnipeg for a third rounder. Now they put that on goal. A rebound. Hill to stop on that. And the third round pick was Merolainen.
Basically, first power play unit available in this game.
Riley back to Matthews. Plays it down to Nylander. Shoots off the crossbar. Matthews back with it. Matthews has a look down to Nylander. Nyes parked in front. Back across to Matthews with a shot. Merolainen makes the save on that. Now Michelli in for Cowan. Poke check there by Mahinpalo. Robertson back on it to Michelli. Swings it back across. Cowan centers it. And McMahon couldn't poke that home. Here's Cowan back with it. Down to McMahon. A backhand shot scores! Cowan to McMahon to the back of the net. A power play goal. It's 2-0 Toronto.
Power play unit goes to work, does a good job with retrievals. First look down, McMahon doesn't quite connect, keeps the puck alive, and he is a volume shooter. He doesn't look for another better play. He gets a puck in a shooting spot, he puts it on net, and this goal is not nothing to him. Right? When you've gone, whatever it's better on our own end would be nicer.
Teams will start the second period 5-on-5. Expect to see Halliday get bumped there by Lorenz. Here's Sabrango back with it. Adam Paulo chips at the center ice. In comes Stephen Halliday. Shoots off the outside of the post. Boucher back with it. He gets spun around by Lawton. Yakimchuk back around for Sanderson. And that long shot drifts high over the glass and out of play.
Halliday almost gets Ottawa on the board. Wrister.
Plays it back down to Kaliev to Amadio. Loose behind the Toronto goalie. Plays that back for Hamara. And Hamara, long shot. He'll be the save. 4 preseason games per team, although a question being asked that has not yet been answered. As McCabe with a long shot, knocked down to Carolina. If you play a split squad game, cue that wide. Now Cousins back on it. Pad save. Hildeby. Rebound loose in front. Kaliev turned away. Sanderson moves it back in. Another chance for Kaliev. Stopped by Hildeby. Here in the second period. And away comes Matthews. With Danford jumping up. Matthews spreads it back across. Ekman Larsson in, shoots, and Carolina made the stop on that. The goalie switches for both teams to start the third period. And Easton Cowan jumps it across the line with Robertson. Back for Michelli. Plays that back to Ekman Larsson for Robertson. From Michelli to the goal mouth. Gosh, with 2 chances.
Or at least not because of him, might because they don't have Mitch Marner, but not because they have Morgan Riley out there.
Lawton drops it back for Nylander. Nylander shoots, just missed. Just a reminder, you have less than 2 weeks remaining to talk about Marner.
Yep. Deadline's been imposed.
Sabrango shoots, pad save, Yermov, rebound, score. That's Zetterlund. A short-handed goal to get Ottawa within 1.
Play certainly with the Ottawa Senators, but shot that goes wide allows a rush opportunity. Sabrango's been jumping all game long, turns a 2-on-2 and a 3-on-2. And good habits by Zetterlund to stop at the net. Behind Ekman Larsson to poke that rebound home. The puck drifts through Axiamov, and Zetterlund gets Ottawa on.
There's a 3-0 lead after 2 on Sunday, a 2-0 lead here tonight. Pinto back for Amadio, busting it. Amadio, a pad stop there by Axiamov.
Easton Cowan, that's your man. You take a look. Mario gets it behind you. All of a sudden, he's got a breakaway. You cannot drift, cannot cheat, because you give good players a chance shorthanded, like you got Cousins and Zetterlund out here. And if you don't get back in time and tie up a defensive joining rush, well done.
Sat in the bench for a ball cap on for 2 hours and faces Austin Matthews on a breakaway. Now Kaliev plays it back across. Dylan Cousins miscued that. Feeds that down to Lexell. Kaliev's trying to get free in the high slot. Zetterlund. Back for Lexell. 30 seconds to go in the Ottawa power play. Centering pass. Kaliev gets a shot away. Rebound, score. Shane Pinto. Tanev drops it back. Final seconds now of the period. Matthews shoots. He put that just wide. And Hamara tied up there by Tanev, but he hangs on long enough. And this game will go to overtime.
Off the ice. There you go.
So Sanderson back to pick it up. Sanderson, Pinto, and Amadio for Ottawa. Nylander, Matthews, Riley for Toronto.
Pinto might have him.
In comes Pinto behind Matthews. Shane Pinto in, shoots, scores! Shane Pinto, overtime winner. And Ottawa avenges the home preseason loss to Toronto, winning on the Leafs' home ice.
It's just a swing. Matthews called Pinto his man. Pinto undercuts him, and right here at the blue line, I think I said he might have him. And he did. He got body position on Austin Matthews, and Matthews didn't have the speed to catch him. Morgan Riley's playing like a one-on-one because he's trusting Austin Matthews picking up Shane Pinto, but there you see it. That 2 hard strides, he got in the line, and he was gone. Just a shade quicker. Backhand, forehand, above the pad, below the glove. And Shane Pinto, when he scores, Ottawa wins. That's how it works last year. That's how it works this year, as the Sens get the 3-2 victory in overtime.